Have you ever wondered about the mysterious beings that exist alongside us, yet remain unseen? They were created before mankind, possess incredible abilities, and can influence our world in ways we may not even realize. Yes, we're talking about the Jinn. Who are they? Where did they come from? And how do they affect human life? This is the history of the creation of the Jinn and their impact on us. Creation of the Jinn. Long before the creation of Adam, alayhi salam, when the earth was still young, Allah created a unique and powerful race, the Jinn. Unlike humans, who were formed from clay, the Jinn were brought into existence from a smokeless, scorching fire. And He created the Jinn from a smokeless flame of fire. Surah Ar-Rahman 55:15. This fiery nature granted them extraordinary abilities, speed, strength, and the capacity to take on different forms. They were given free will, just like humans, meaning they could choose between obedience and disobedience. But what many don't know is that the Jinn were the first beings to inhabit the earth. They lived in large communities, built civilizations, and spread across the land long before humanity was created. Some were righteous, worshipping Allah, while others grew arrogant, corrupt, and rebellious. They fought amongst themselves, shedding blood and spreading destruction. It is said that as their corruption increased, Allah sent an army of angels to subdue them. The angels descended upon the earth, crushing the oppressors and driving the remaining Jinn to the remote corners of the world, into the depths of the oceans, vast deserts, and hidden places where they remain to this day. Among those who survived was one exceptional Jinn, Iblis. Unlike the others, Iblis was granted a special position. He was allowed to ascend to the heavens and worship among the angels. His devotion and knowledge made him stand out, and for a long time, he remained steadfast in his worship of Allah. But despite his high status, Iblis was still a Jinn. He was not an angel, and he still possessed free will. This distinction would later lead to one of the greatest acts of disobedience in history. When Allah created Adam, alayhi salam, and commanded all the angels and Iblis to bow before him, Iblis refused. He was filled with pride, convinced that his fiery origin made him superior to the man made of clay. This one act of arrogance sealed his fate. He was cast out of Allah's mercy, forever condemned, yet still given a chance to test mankind. From that moment, Iblis swore to use his time to lead humans astray, whispering into their hearts and dragging them away from the path of righteousness. Thus began the eternal struggle between good and evil, the test that continues to this day. The Jinn remain an unseen part of our world, living in their own realms, yet always present. Some are righteous while others choose to follow Iblis in his mission of deception. But their story, their creation, and their role in our world remind us of a greater truth. True power and ultimate control belong only to Allah. The Fall of Iblis. Among the Jinn, there was one whose devotion and knowledge made him stand out, Iblis. Unlike his kind, who were driven to the remote corners of the earth, Iblis was granted a special honor. He was allowed to ascend to the heavens and worship alongside the angels. Though he was not an angel himself, his dedication earned him a high status, and for a long time, he remained among the most devout of worshippers. But hidden beneath his devotion was a flaw, pride. A pride that would one day lead to his greatest downfall. Then came the moment that would change everything. Allah, in His infinite wisdom, decided to create a new being, Adam alayhi salam, the first human. Unlike the jinn, Adam was made from clay, a creation different from the fire of the jinn or the light of the angels. Allah fashioned Adam with his own hands and breathed into him the soul, granting him knowledge that even the angels did not possess. And when I have proportioned him and breathed into him of my created soul, then fall down to him in prostration. Surah Sad 38:72. Allah then commanded all the angels and Iblis to bow before Adam as a sign of honor, not worship. The angels without hesitation obeyed, but Iblis, he refused. I am better than him. You created me from fire and him from clay. Surah Al-Araf 7:12. These words seal his fate. He did not just disobey. He questioned the wisdom of Allah. His arrogance blinded him, making him believe that fire was superior to clay. He saw himself as greater than Adam, failing to realize that it was not the material that defined worth, but obedience and righteousness. For his defiance, Allah cast him out from his mercy. Then get out of here, for you are indeed accursed, and my curse shall be upon you till the day of judgment. Surah Sad 38:77-78. But instead of seeking forgiveness, Iblis made a chilling request. He asked Allah for time to lead humanity astray, to deceive them, to make them forget their Creator. Then grant me respite until the day they are resurrected. Surah Al-Hijr 15:36. And Allah granted him that time, not as a reward, but as a test for humanity. From that moment, Iblis swore to mislead mankind, using every trick and whisper to pull them away from the path of Allah. He promised to attack from every direction, left, right, front, and behind. And he has never stopped. This was the fall of Iblis, the moment pride turned a once devoted worshipper into the greatest enemy of mankind. But in this story lies a powerful lesson. Those who choose arrogance over obedience will never succeed. Only those who humble themselves before Allah will find true honor. The world of the Jinn. The Jinn exist in a parallel world to ours, living, moving, and interacting in ways we cannot see. While they remain hidden from human eyes, they are very real, created by Allah with unique abilities that set them apart from mankind. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, said, "The angels were created from light, the jinn were created from a smokeless flame of fire, and Adam was created from that which has been described to you." Sahih Muslim. Just like humans, the jinn eat, drink, sleep, and have families. They form communities, speak different languages, and even have their own societal structures. Some are good, living righteously and obeying Allah, while others are evil, following the path of Iblis. Allah confirms this in the Quran. And among us are righteous, and among us are others not so. We were of divided ways. Surah Al-Jinn 72:11. Where do the jinn live? Unlike humans, who build cities and houses, the jinn prefer places that are desolate and unclean. They are often found in ruins, forests, deserts, abandoned buildings, and even deep within the seas. This is why the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, advised against lingering in such places unnecessarily. They also inhabit areas where humans frequently go but rarely think about, like bathrooms, garbage dumps, and empty marketplaces. This is why we are taught to recite specific du'as before entering such places. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, taught us, "When one of you enters the toilet, let him say, 'In the name of Allah, I seek refuge in you from the male and female devils.'" Sunan Abi Dawud. The abilities of the Jinn. One of the most astonishing abilities of the Jinn is their speed and power. They can travel across vast distances in the blink of an eye. This is highlighted in the Quran when a Jinn offered to bring the throne of the Queen of Sheba to Prophet Sulaiman alayhi salam in a matter of seconds. I will bring it to you before you rise from your place. Surah An-Naml 27:39. Some Jinn also have the ability to shapeshift, appearing as animals such as snakes, dogs, or even taking human form. This is why, in Islamic tradition, it is advised to say Bismillah before killing an unknown creature, because it could be a Jinn in disguise. Can humans see Jinn? Ordinarily, we cannot see the Jinn in their true form. Allah has made them invisible to us. Indeed, he, Shaitan, sees you, he and his tribe, from where you do not see them. Surah Al-Araf 7:27. However, in rare cases, a Jinn may choose to reveal itself, sometimes to scare, deceive, or test humans. This is why we are advised to stay in the remembrance of Allah, for it is only through His protection that we remain safe from their influence. The world of the Jinn remains a mystery to many, yet they are always around us, unseen but never absent. How Jinn influence humans. The Jinn may live in a world parallel to ours, but their influence on humans is very real. Whether through whispers of doubt, deception, or even direct interference, they have been trying to lead mankind astray since the time of Adam alayhi salam. But how exactly do they do it? Whispers and temptations. The most common way Jinn influence humans is through waswasa, whispers. Shaitan and his followers have made it their mission to plant doubts, fear, and sinful desires in the hearts of people. Allah warns us, "Then I will come to them from before them, and from behind them, and from their right, and from their left, and you will not find most of them grateful." Surah Al-Araf 7:17. Have you ever had an unexplainable intrusive thought urging you to do something haram? Or a sudden wave of laziness? Just as you're about to pray, that's the work of Shaitan, whispering and distracting you from the path of righteousness. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, said, "Shaitan sits in wait for the son of Adam in all his paths." Sunan an-Nasai. This is why remembering Allah is the greatest defense, because dhikr, remembrance of Allah, weakens Shaitan's hold over you. Possession, Jinn entering humans. In some cases, Jinn may attempt to enter and control a human body. This is called Jinn possession and can happen for several reasons. A Jinn falls in love with a person and seeks to control them. A Jinn takes revenge for being harmed unknowingly, e.g., pouring hot water in a place they reside. A magician, Sahir, commands a Jinn to possess someone through black magic. The signs of possession can include sudden anger, memory loss, speaking in unknown languages, or experiencing severe fear at the sound of the Quran. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, confirmed this reality when he said, "Indeed, Shaitan flows through the son of Adam like the flowing of blood." Sahih Muslim. Black magic and fortune tellers. Some Jinn work with sorcerers to mislead people. These sorcerers make pacts with the Jinn, offering sacrifices or engaging in shirk, associating partners with Allah, in exchange for supernatural abilities. Many so-called fortune tellers also rely on Jinn to relay partial truths. The Jinn steal bits of information from the heavens and mix it with 100 lies. This is why believing in fortune tellers is forbidden in Islam. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, said, "Whoever goes to a fortune teller and believes what he says has disbelieved in what was revealed to Muhammad." Abu Dawood. Nightmares and fear. Some jinn like to frighten humans by appearing in disturbing dreams, causing sleep paralysis, or making eerie sounds at night. The Prophet advised us to spit lightly to our left and seek refuge in Allah when we experience a bad dream. Protection from jinn influence. The best way to protect ourselves from jinn influence is through Quran and du'as. Recite Ayatul Kursi before sleeping. Recite Surah Al-Falaq and An-Nas in the morning and evening. Say Bismillah before eating, entering places, or doing any action. The jinn have no power over a person who is strong in faith and constant in the remembrance of Allah. They may try to mislead, but their tricks will never succeed against those who seek Allah's protection. Protection from the jinn. The jinn exist in our world, unseen yet always present. While some are righteous, others seek to harm, deceive, or lead humans astray. But Allah, in His infinite wisdom, has given us powerful ways to protect ourselves from their influence. Seek refuge in Allah. The first and strongest shield against the jinn is turning to Allah. When we seek His protection, no jinn, no matter how powerful, can harm us. Allah reminds us, "And if an evil whisper comes to you from shaitan, then seek refuge in Allah. Indeed, He is the all-hearing, all-knowing." Surah Al-A'raf 7:200. Simply saying A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim, I seek refuge in Allah from the accursed shaitan, is enough to break their hold. This is why we are taught to recite it whenever we feel fear, anger, or doubt creeping into our hearts. The power of Ayatul Kursi. One of the most powerful verses against the jinn is Ayatul Kursi, Surah Al-Baqarah 255. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, said, "Whoever recites Ayatul Kursi at night, Allah will send an angel to protect him until morning." Sahih al-Bukhari. Reciting it before sleeping, after prayers, and throughout the day creates an invisible shield that no jinn can penetrate. Surah Al-Falaq and Surah An-Nas. Allah revealed Surah Al-Falaq and Surah An-Nas specifically as protection against the unseen forces of evil. The Prophet would recite them every morning and evening, teaching us that consistency in dhikr keeps us safe. Recite Surah Al-Falaq and Surah An-Nas 3 times in the morning and 3 times in the evening, and they will be sufficient for you against all harm. Sunan at-Tirmidhi. The importance of Bismillah. One of the simplest but most effective ways to protect yourself is to say Bismillah before doing anything. Entering your home, eating, drinking, closing a door, or putting on clothes. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, said, when a person enters his house and mentions Allah's name, Shaitan says, "There is no place for us here." Sahih Muslim. But if we forget to mention Allah's name, the jinn can enter and cause problems in our homes. This is why saying Bismillah should be a habit in our daily lives. Avoid places where jinn gather. The jinn are often found in unclean or deserted places. Bathrooms, graveyards, abandoned buildings, and marketplaces. The Prophet taught us to recite a special dua before entering the toilet. Bismillah, Allahumma inni a'udhu bika min al-khubthi wal-khaba'ith. In the name of Allah, I seek refuge in you from the male and female devils. This simple prayer prevents the jinn from disturbing us in such places. Cleanliness and order. Jinn are attracted to filth and neglect. A house filled with dirt, foul smells, or abandoned corners becomes a place where they dwell. Keeping your home clean free of unnecessary clutter, and regularly playing Quran ensures that no jinn find comfort in your space. Never fear the jinn. Fear Allah. The greatest mistake people make is fearing the jinn more than they fear Allah. Shaitan wants you to be scared because fear weakens faith. But if you place your trust in Allah, no jinn can harm you. Indeed, the plot of Shaitan is weak. Surah An-Nisa 476. The jinn may try to whisper, deceive, or cause harm, but with the right protection, they have no power over the believers. Stay firm in dhikr, seek refuge in Allah, and remember, only He is in control. The world of the jinn is mysterious, but we should never let fear of them overpower our faith in Allah. They have no power over those who remain steadfast in prayer, remembrance, and obedience to Allah. So the next time you hear a whisper of doubt or a sudden fear creep in, remember, the strongest shield is the remembrance of the Most High. May Allah protect us from all harm, seen and unseen. Ameen. If you found this video informative, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more Islamic history and knowledge. Jazakumullahu khairan, and see you in the next video, inshallah.